video of this baby. What's up here? Back at It's Sheena. It's your girl Sheena. Make sure to follow, subscribe. We are here every week talking about all the things I got going on and some little tidbits of life in between. I am a business consultant who focuses on the operations of being an entrepreneur. And so that times that extends outside of just regular entrepreneurship. So stay tuned, stay here. I talk about my kids, I talk about my life, my hair, makeup, all the things, and it'll be fun. Share with your friends, hit the bell. Let's get into it. Woo! It has been a week. Oh my gosh. We are a week off the election results. Yeah. And it seems like the rest of the week went downhill for me. So, a little bit of backstory, because y'all know I bitch love a backstory. So, going back a couple weeks, well, a couple of months, I started volunteering for our WSSU and our alumni engagement team, and we did a lot of preparation for homecoming, all of the events, floor plans, you know, list, emails, sign up sheets, all the things, right? So get all that done, and then I'm like, woo, finally homecoming, we here, I'm gonna have a good time. No, not at all. I did have fun for the lighting of the sign, what happened Sunday, you know, preceding the week of homecoming. And then Thursday, I had signed up for Return to Serve, which is like an alumni program where you go and talk to the current students. You get to visit your old professors. You get to say, like, this is what I do now, and kind of be a bridge to the students there. So I always enjoy doing that. And before I was leaving, the director was like, hey, I need some help doing this. Can you do that? So I was like, sure, let me run ahead and get that done. That was a whole project on itself. And I was good and whooped by the time I left Winston that day. Now, mind you, I live about 45 minutes from Winston. So drove home, picked up Jackson from school, went back out, and then went back to Winston for the midnight cookout.
Yo, Renee gets on my nerves. Why is she here?
The next day, I was signed up for 2 different events to work, so got that done. And then the third one, I was just like, I ain't got it. I ain't got it in me, because I had did another, like, an extra thing the day before. I ended up just kind of decompressing a little bit. I went to get some chicken wings from my favorite place, and that was it. The day was the day. To the game. Jackson loved the game. Jackson had so much fun, and that was really important to me that he had such a good time, because this is his first homecoming experience. And we're like, I'm a HBCU alumni, so I want him to experience that. A lot of my peers, a lot of people say, oh, I came to a HBCU because my parents graduated here, I did that. And I would love for my children to say the same thing, like, my mom was here and I'm a Ram because she's a Ram, or, you know, any college, but I would love if they were if they were Rams. But so get through all of that. Like I said, I wanted the experience to be good for Jackson. So from there, it just kind of spiraled. I think I was able to make it home and again decompress. I've been really focusing on keeping the house clean. Like, it had gotten out of hand. It had just kind of gotten out of hand, and it wasn't nasty or anything like that. I'm just real particular about my house, so I wanted to get that under control. And as the seasons change, we're getting ready for Christmas, we're getting ready for fall decor, so I'm making sure, like, we got a good clean slate, got all the hard work done, all the summer dust out of the way, all the sand out of the carpets, right? So I was again supposed to go back out to Winston yesterday, and I couldn't bring myself to it. Just the whole weekend was kind of tainted for me, and I didn't really have no desire to go out there. You know, most of my friends are, you know, previous alums and people that I have just met through tailgating or you know, homecoming. Like, most of my friends are people I met. I guess I can call them friends, like, but they're people that I met at homecoming last year, and, you know, we made a tradition to kind of see each other this year, and I didn't make it to see anybody. I didn't see anybody. that I don't normally see on campus anyway. So maybe next year. I think for me, the focus next year, and probably continuous years, is to be alone. Like to do it completely by myself, not make plans with anybody, or even involve the children. Like Jackson, he was cool, but like he likes to go to the game, and then we have, you know, the opportunity to sit in the press box, so it's a little fancy for him, so he likes that side of it. But I think that I would do, you know, just plan stuff alone, so that way if plans do change, I'm the only one impacted and I can't be mad at me, and I can pivot and move any type of way. So I think that would be the difference, or that would how to be, you know, one. And then two, not sign up to do a whole bunch of helping. I'm kind of burned out. We're going to talk about that later today, but I'm just kind of burnt out with the helping and the serving. It's not serving me right now. So yeah, that's how homecoming went. My Rams had an amazing time. Facebook and Twitter and all the apps are just buzzing with how good of a time everybody had, and that still keeps me excited because it was a lot of planning that went into it. It was a lot of work that went into making those things happen. Not just, clearly, obviously not just myself, I'm just a volunteer, but the entire, you know, like the athletic organization, alumni engagement, and the crew. So shout out to y'all for an amazing Forever Red Homecoming 2024. It was wonderful seeing our WSSU Ramley, and I'm really excited about next year. Like I said, I'm doing the things different. I'm not serving next year. I'm outside of return to serve, and I still honestly would just like to give feedback in that program. I think that it definitely could use some help. So being able to provide feedback to the, you know, necessary resources, I think would just be fine for myself. And then maybe transition my talents to some other places. I'm very interested in doing things with my alumni chapter here in the Piedmont Triad. So I will make sure to focus maybe my time and talents there versus directly on top of the students all the way in Winston all the time. And allow myself to kind of benefit at a higher level, not me benefit, the school benefit at a higher level through our service from the alumni chapters. So that's that on that, and that's that on crack. Next topic. Ooh, the lesson for this week. So last week we talked about quitting, or whatever week that was. We talked about quitting. Girl, I'm still quitting shit. Like, or shit's quitting me. So let's say that. So we have, you know, dissolved the physical spaces at Fiberspace, and it's just now online, virtual and in-person business consultant, strategy, coaching, operations services. So defining your SOPs, making sure you got insurance, like the basics of how to run your business is what we involve. So making all the strategy's done. We just gotta push it out through the world today. I'm very excited to announce that program. That'll come out if you're interested in being in our cohort. This will be starting in January, helping you get started. We don't want to start this year because I don't want you to have to pay taxes on your business at the end of the year, because the moment it's active, you know, let's get some taxes. So we'll wait till January to do that. And then, you know, step by step as a group, we will go through how to start our business, go through designing our SOPs, go through designing our customer service plan, and, you know, tons of other things. It's a 6-week course. 6 weeks? I can't never remember how long. I got like 2, 3, 4 different programs. 90 days? Is 6 weeks 90 days? No, that's 3 months. Child, whatever. That's 12 weeks. 90 days is 12. Anyhow. It's January, February, March. So it is 90 days. It is 3 months. So the goal is to get our business up and running in accountable spaces. We want to make sure that we have colleagues to make content with. We have people together so that way they can be successful. So I'm really excited about starting. I'm a technology junkie. Like gadgets. I need it. I love gadgets. I love electronics, like speakers, TVs, phone. It don't matter. Like, I love it. If it plug up or charge, I'm on it. I have been looking into several electronic vehicles or EVs over the last few years. I currently drive an Audi, and I, went right back to home looking at their e-tron series, which is really, really neat. And I like some of the features. One of the things that really stood out to me was not even a feature of the actual car, but it was like this clear coat that they put on. It's like made by 3M. It's like a wrap, like a clear wrap they put on, and whoa, that thing looked good. That thing looks good. So back to the e-tron. I still want to stay more in the SUV side. Like I currently have the Q5, and I want to go up in size. I want it to be bigger. So I don't think going down to an e-tron would make sense for me. So I've also looked at the Rivian, the R2, and then the other one. One is a pickup truck, one is an SUV. I've looked at them both, and I love them both and would drive either of them. But I did see a review on the SUV, and I think just because of the amenities it has in it, I think I would like that more. One day, I'm gonna actually go to the dealership and we'll review them here on YouTube. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. I don't want y'all to just sit and look at my talking head every week. We gotta get out of this house. We gotta make it a vlog. But right now, we're getting to know each other. We gotta make sure we got a good foundation before we leave the house, at least. So, what other EVs have I looked at? That's really it. I'm trying to stay away from American cars just because I drove an American car for 25 years or so. Yeah. And I finally got the Audi, and I'll never go back to an American car. I will say, American cars have features that I think Americans think about, like first world features. One thing my Audi doesn't have that my other one did is heated side view mirrors. You want to talk about somebody pissed off? Like, that's enough really to make me get rid of the whole car. Like, that's the reason I don't want that car again. And it's small. Like, it feels small inside. I had a Traverse before, and going from the Traverse to the Audi was like, it's tight in here. What the hell are we doing in here? And I think, like I said, because I love technology, it is the electric vehicles, because that's the newest of the thing, right? Is why I want to get into it. And I have some friends that have Cybertrucks, and my new client has a Cybertruck. Like, well, he's not. So let me say this. I love the Cybertruck. I know, morals. I'm not talking about Elon. I'm not talking, like, I can't bring myself to buy one, but I would drive it. I would drive it. If somebody gave me one, I would drive it. With this man for the next 3 months, I'm gonna get to drive the fire. I'm driving outside. Okay. And I'm getting all the content. That'll be our first video, since that'll be easy access. You wanna walk through the Cybertruck? Let's do it. So, what next? So, what I like about the Cybertruck. The Cybertruck is for main characters. People who are people. People who are okay with engaging with other people. And people who are okay with being seen. And I know it's kind of weird, I think, for me, because in my heart, I want to be seen. In my heart, I'm Beyonce. Like, I'm the biggest person, the most beautiful, the most awesome, like the most all of that. But I struggle with feeling like I need to be seen. I always take a backseat to things. I always take the back office. So let me just work in the background. But baby, not no more. We're not in the background no more. Okay? We're not there no more. We stepping out. We're gonna be consistent in the things. Everything else is shut down. Everything else is shut off. I'm not volunteering time. I'm not serving anywhere else, or anybody else for that matter, outside of myself. I'm locked in like John Wick over here. Okay? We gonna make this YouTube drunk, damn it. After all of these years. So make sure you go back and look at all the old ones. Okay? Get the watch time up. So I really like the Cybertruck. I'm going to, like I said, do the video. We stopped talking about the Cybertruck, didn't we? Next topic. All right. So I I'm really like, I'm at a place where I have to set boundaries or I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm very free-spirited in many things, but I shouldn't be. I should be a lockdown ass bitch about some things. And I really am going to try to lock into that right now. I am at a point of rediscovering some of myself and kind of removing what it looks like to be a servant as the priority. I have to be able to balance those things. I have to be able to say, this is good, this is not, this is helpful, this is not, for myself and the receiving party. Reciprocation is huge for me. So I'm always going to act in a way that I would want to be received, like treat others as you want them to treat you, right? So, and I believe that their acceptance of that treatment means that that's what they're gonna do, because that's the golden rule. And that's probably like super messed up on my behalf. Like, why would somebody think that? Like, people don't owe you anything, but I don't owe them anything either, and they still got it. So, but I can't be, you know, hard in my heart. I can't just completely close off people because I want to not do some things, or I want to not be worked to death. So that is really something I have to position myself to be in. I know a lot of shit, like a lot of shit. And I know how to do things. I know how to act quickly. I know how to, the shit's done before you can figure out what the first step is. So people recognize that and they're like, oh, this is where you need to be. So now there are places that I'm spending 8, 10, 12, 20, 40 hours sometimes a month, volunteer my free time to help others, to help other organizations. And I can't pick up the phone. I mean, maybe I could, but I won't, because I don't think that the relationship is like that. I ain't gonna say I don't find value. I just don't. Because I do everything myself, it's hard to say where somebody can help, because I don't know. If you want to help, just find something. Something need to be done. And that's horrible, and that's what I'm working on, right? We got to work on that. Can't always, do everything by yourself. One thing that I'm working on right now is getting a VA. I do not want to start this journey by myself again. I get burned out with all the extra parts of it, so I want someone to do the video editing. I want someone to do the captions, so that way I'll have that on board for, as we grow this channel, and I'm out and about doing things. Can't say I don't want to be an influencer as much as I don't know, maybe that's what it is. Like, I don't know, maybe I can just influence you to be entrepreneurs. I want to influence you to sell your product, not buy somebody else's product. So let me figure out how to do that. But that's my goal, is to really lock into, I think being able to serve myself will give me the opportunity to serve you all better. To give me the opportunity to say, hey, you might benefit from this more than me, or here's something that I'm learning or benefiting from, and pass it along. So hopefully that starts to come to fruition. Like I said, as we go to channel, as we do things, there's a lot, of opportunity here, I think. So I'm excited, a little scared of doing things. I'm going to make a decision, I think today, that is scary, but it's necessary. And I'm just really excited about the next phase. There's so many opportunities I think that I could take advantage of. So we'll just see, right? We'll just see. I think I'm just gonna, like I said, focus on saying no to things that don't serve me or don't reciprocate me in the way that I would like to be. So it's like I said, it's gonna get fun. Bear with me. I ain't always right. Please don't take this channel as a source of education or information. I just be here talking about myself. Okay. Of course I got wise advice. I'm an old lady, so definitely got some tidbits in here for you, but I'm also learning along. I'm also going through some things. I'm also at a space of change. in so many ways. This time last year, I was getting ready for the holidays at Cyberspace. We were about to do Festival of Lights and all that kind of thing. And this year, it's just like, well, I think we're going to New York. We're going to New York. Like, there's nothing else to be done. And like I said, I'm just at a different place. So many things I have to consider and what those things look like long term. I'm a planner. My mom reminded me of that the other day. I've always been a planner. She said as far back as she could remember, I've been a planner. I've had a planner. I remember getting, we had these planners that we got, I want to say in the 2nd grade. That thing changed the game for me. And I've had a planner every day of my life ever since. There has not been a time where I have not had a planner, or it was called an agenda for school. Like there's not, and I still use the same format. It's literally right here. I still use the same format. Like this is the one that I want all the time. This is how I plan everything. Everything is in here, like from month to month. All of my plans. Sometimes if I'm journaling, it's in here. Like, we be working. And I'm a planner, and I need to know the goal, and I need to see the end so I can work my way there. Design thinking is one of my favorite methodologies when it comes to how to work. So we're gonna talk about design thinking somewhere else, not today, day. But when we get really good and into this thing, we'll come back to design thinking. But failing fast is one of the things. And you can't know if you fail something if you didn't have the goal, or if you didn't know what the success was. Right? So the failure is important, because that is the first marker of whether something is successful or not. If you're trying to be successful in something, you have to know what that is. Right? You have to have a plan. You have to have a vision, and you have to be on a mission to get there. Right? The first thing you do when you turn your GPS on is put the end point in, right? And then it finds where you are right now. And then it takes you to the end point based on the variables from where you are now to where you are going. Right? So just think of it as GPS. My brain, that's how my brain works. I have to know where I am going in order for me to hit start, right? Of course you need gas, you need this, that, and the other. But until I know where I'm going, I ain't going nowhere. I'm sitting in the driveway. And we can get in the car and we can say, all right, let's go. Where are we going? Where are we going? I don't know, let's just have a good time. How much gas is that gonna be? Right? How far is that gonna take us out our way? What's our plan, the rest in between? What's our eating plan in between? We just gonna get in the car and go? I mean, and that might be fun, like if you already know where you're going or you've been there a few times. But as you navigate in your life, as you navigate in people, I want to know what the end is. Because that tells me how I should act going forward. And if I want to participate, do I really want to go? Is that where I want to be? Right? Is that where I want to be? Maybe. Maybe not. So you have to know that, though. You have to know the end result. It has to be out there and apparent for you to know that. And granted, everything is not going to go the same way. Sometimes you get an alternate route. Sometimes there's traffic and it's like, oh, you can duck off and do that. Sometimes you just got to sit in the fucking traffic. Sometimes you just got to sit in the standstill until something comes and clears the way. It be like that. It be like that. And you just on your way again. But you mess up when you don't know where you're going. And you just don't follow the path. You just be going whatever. How much gas you got? I ain't got nothing to do. Gas too high. So kids, again, in order to be successful, set those goals. Make sure you know what success looks like, so you can recognize failure very quickly, and adjust to get yourself back over there. So, fail fast. Next topic. Beautiful people, it's been an amazing week. I'm gonna say that now going forward because last week was trash bags. Last week was ass every damn day. Except for Monday. Like I said, I took on a new client last week. Got to see the Cybertruck. I was happy. But going through the rest of the week, I just want to forget it, to be honest. I would like for it to just be erased from my memory completely. And we're going into this week really awesome, really cool, and I'm so excited for the things that'll happen here and in my life. We're gonna get back. We're gonna see that Cybertruck this week. So I make sure in between this video today and next Monday, we get that Cybertruck review because baby, I love me a Cybertruck, okay? Don't tell nobody. Or tell everybody to come here and watch me say I do or I don't. But y'all holla back. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And y'all be safe.